What it do is your boy Wisdom Trades. Today we are down $4.26, and with 9 trades today. We over traded a little bit today. Honestly, today it's a really good red day besides being down, because one, I really didn't revenge trade. Like, yes, I lost some trades, but I didn't revenge trade and over leverage. Like, today could have been way worse, but I just managed my risk really good. I was taking calculated risk, and you know, I was up on the day, but then I just got a little bit too greedy, a little bit too more confidence. The market was really hot today, so I thought I could milk it for more. But it is what it is. It's not, I wasn't really up that much. I was up like 16 bucks. But yeah, you win some, you lose some, you know. So it's a good red day because we follow all of our rules. So it was really good. So far on the week, we are down $1.06. We have done 10 trades so far, so we need to I need to minimize my trades a little bit more, because honestly my win rate is, sorry, I'm like doing something else, because my win rate, it's honestly, my win rate is 30%. That's what I've been averaging, 30% win rate. My risk to reward, I mean, I just been trying my best to keep my losers small, and once I have a winning trade, just being confident and just being patient and letting the trade work itself off. So my risk to reward, I'm fixing it. As long as I keep my losers small, that's it, I'm golden. So let's see the stats, the reports for this week only. So largest gain this week was $11.30. Largest loss, $10, which it basically evens itself out. Average winning trade, $7.75. Average losing trade, $5.34. So that's like a 1.5 win rate. On average, if I were to trade tomorrow, average daily gain or loss would be about 53 cents on the negative side. So if I were to trade tomorrow, it'll be more than likely that I'll lose 50 cents. So basically that's what the average daily means. My win rate right now, it's okay, 40%. I won 4 trades and I've lost 6 out of 10 trades. But yeah, that's my detailed report. Days and times, well, I do best at like around 8 o'clock. That's when I make the most money. I lose the most money around 7 o'clock, which is pre-market. So I probably need to just downsize a lot in pre-market and just look for better opportunities when market opens. And that's what I've been trying to do. Like, I try to not trade market open exactly right away. I try and let it choose its side first, and just basically not trying to anticipate things, but just trying to react to whatever it does. So like, for example, if pre-market we made highs, then we're coming back down, market opens, it shoots right back up, I'm not going to chase it. I'm just going to wait till it basically has a breakout of like key level, or maybe the previous market high, pre-market highs. I'm gonna wait for that breakout, maybe draw a liquidity draw, a fair value gap, and then just wait till it basically retraces back, and that's going to be my entry. And so far it's been okay doing that. So price ranges, I'm losing the most money on stocks with the price range of $2 and below, $2 and below. I'm doing the best around $2.05 and 5. That's when I make the most money. So yeah, that's my detailed report. So let's go over today's trades real quick. I'm just going to highlight the main trades. So this is all in order. Starting off on the day, I basically broke the ice on POAI, and I did lose 10% on this one, which was really bad. And it comes down to trading pre-market. In pre-market, I can't really put a stop loss order, so I feel like that's why I keep on losing a lot. So I try to cut my losers very quick, but without that stop loss, it basically goes overboard 10%. But I try to risk 10%, especially on this one, since I was trying to gain 20% or more. I was going for 1 in 2 risk to reward ratio. So I basically seen POAI. So retail traders, we start trading at 6 market open. So this one had breaking news on the day. So it gapped up, it basically gapped from $1.20. It ran all the way to $2.74. So right here, I was basically looking at it in the 5-minute time frame, I think. This is what I was basically looking at. There was a fair value gap that occurred in the 5-minute time frame, which was right here. So key level $2, and then we make this big move. Liquidity draw from these 3 candles, from right here to right here. So this is where liquidity draw is. So I marked that out, and honestly I just seen it bounce from that fair value gap, and then I just entered, and I guess it just didn't work. But overall, I should have just waited for price to come back down near the 45 EMA moving average, and also let it come down near the $2 key level. That would have been a better entry, because I have three high conviction, 3 things that are giving me confidence. 1, it's inside of that fair value gap zone. 2, it's going to bounce from that 45 EMA, the moving average. And 3, it's near a important psychological level, which is $2. So that would have been a way better entry, to just enter around here and then ride it all the way to $2.50. That would have been like a 20% move, but I was just too early to the party. It happens. I was just too early, and then I just got stopped out for 10%, because I'm not gonna let my loser go way worse than that, because we don't know if it could just go to 20% negative or negative 50%. So we gotta manage our risk all the time. So that was my first trade of the day. And then next trade, it was a winner, and I entered again on POAI. I was still confident on that fair value gap, and I literally did what I just told you right now. I waited for I basically just went in again, because it was near the fair value gap zone, near the 45 EMA, and near the near the $2 zone. So I entered right here. I just waited for price to do its thing. We gapped up, we gapped down. I think I had my stop loss below. I had it at 5% or something. And then we just crunched up, and then I took profits a little bit early. I let some shares run to see if we could get a higher move up, or maybe we could break previous highs, but we didn't. We retraced back down, so I just ended up selling what I had. So I made $10 on that one, which was 10%. And then third trade, I really don't, since is that my biggest loser? Yeah, that's my biggest loser. So PTN, it was a dumb trade. It was pre-market again. It had breaking news. It had breaking news at 6 a.m. I believe. And then it was just choppiness. I wasn't even looking at it around here. I just looked at it when it spiked up. It was on my scanner, and I was like, okay, it has breaking news. It's spiking up. So I literally just chased the spike. So there was a dumb trade. And honestly, it had a way big flow that I didn't even check that out at first. So if I had seen that had a big flow, I wouldn't even entered. But yeah, I entered classic pump and dump and I got dumped. So I ended up losing 10% on that again. And another mistake with this one was losing 10% and entering with 100 shares. I should have just entered with 25 or 50 shares just to test waters out first. I would have taken away on smarter loss. And then POAI, I went at it again. I really haven't charted this one, but this one was a straight chase. So pre-market or market open, it just had a panic sell-off, and then I just chased this spike. I chased a $2 breakout. I chased it and then I sold it really quick for 10%. I had 100 shares, so 10% was $11, which it was an okay trade. And that's what happens when the market is really hot. You could get away with things like this. But if it's a bearish market, if market conditions aren't really good, it's more than likely that I would have just gotten my face ripped apart with that one. I would have just keep on digging myself a deeper and deeper hole, especially if I'm not disciplined with my emotions. If it's bearish conditions and I'm doing stuff like this, I'm gonna just be digging myself deeper and deeper. And that's what I basically messed up in the beginning of the year, because I came into the year confident, came into the year with what I was doing in December and November when I was profitable, and I didn't adapt to the changing market conditions. So I was basically just doing the same things and just getting false breakout all the time, and yeah. So now we know though to pay attention to market conditions, know when to walk away, know when to trade, know when to push size and when not to push size. So yeah, it's just another learning curve inside of our trading journey. And just to remind you guys, I've been trading for 7 months every single day. I've been tracking all of my data, like you can see all of my months since May 2024, tracking all of my days, Even though I've been losing, but I'm slowly learning lessons. November was my first profitable month. November 11, I was having constantly profitable weeks, 121, 143, $60. December was my best month ever, winning $380 that month. And then I came into the year too confident, doing the same things I was doing, not adapting to market conditions, and I'm currently losing money. But right now, those are just lessons learned. We're gonna learn from our mistakes, and we are learning from our mistakes, and thank you to that, because that's just gonna make me a way better trader. And now I know what to do for next time that happens. So it's all part of the game. And yeah, another trade I'm gonna break down today was DATS. This was an epic fail. I think this was the first trade I took on DATS. So I took 17 share size. I think it was like a $50 position, and I knew this trade could make insane moves, but I was just too scared to enter with big size. And I should have entered 100 shares right here, but I guess it is what it is. And this was the most perfect trade that I had today. It was picture perfect. So I believe it had breaking news on the day. And I'm telling you, I know this stock because they had made crazy moves in the past, going from like pennies to like $17, $10. So I knew that this one was that more traders were paying attention to this stock. So market opens, we have a panic sell-off. Perfect dip buy because it's in the 45 EMA moving average, and it's also followed by a 5-minute fair value gap. So I could literally show you guys the recording. I was literally recording myself trading this. It's not this one. So that's I was looking at it at the market open, and right there is when I Right there is when I drew my fair value gap. I was in the 5 minute time frame, and I seen a fair value gap form from right here to right here, these candles. So I ended up marking my liquidity draw. I've been listening to that good music, but I'm hearing it right now, but I'm probably muted. So I looked at that to see why is it moving. So I had breaking news on the day. Launches social media platform for Apple iOS and Android platforms. So I was like, okay, a lot of people know Apple, so maybe it might do some cool moves. And look at this. That's just not even the number one trending stock of the day. It's barely 40% 40% up on the day. And this stock's like this. Like, if you know that the stock makes crazy moves, if it has a catalyst on the day, if it has a low float, and it's a potential to like keep an eye on that stock, because it could potentially move up to the first one on the day. And this one ended up making about 200 or 300% move on the day. So right there, it came in the fair value gap. It was coming near the zone, so I was getting ready to like buy. So right there, I really didn't want to enter really early. I was just looking for zones in the higher time frames. And then 1 minute, and then I went into the 1 minute time frame, and I seen that it was consolidating or going near the moving average. And as you can see right here, it bounced. So I was like, okay, maybe we could bounce again. It's in near a moving average, is near a important key level, $3, and it's in the fair value gap zone. So I ended up entering, but I messed up because I should have entered 100 shares right here, and then risk 10%, because it would have been way more better, and then just go for that 20% lick. So I ended up entering right there. I was just marking, you see 25% that potential of this trade. Then I could just risk 5% or 10% once it breaks structure. So I entered right there, and I was just waiting for price. Right there, when I put my long position, that's when I entered. And then I was just waiting for price to do its thing. It's moving up, and then we just broke above, which was a really nice clean trade. And then it just ended up making this really big monster move from $3 all the way to $5.20. And right there, I was already out. Like, I was just kind of mad. I got FOMO because I was like, man, I knew this was perfect setup, and I didn't enter aggressively. But it is what it is, you know. We're learning. I'm barely redefining my strategy more better, so I feel like I'm doing okay, you know. I'm just more happy that I'm kind of redefining my strategy, like I said, and I know I'm gonna see these potential trades sooner or later. I just gotta time and know when to trade and when not to trade. Know what market conditions to trade and when not to trade. Know when to push heavy size when things are just pumping, and know when to just be more reserved. But yeah, that was a good that trade. I took the 20%. I'm telling you, I entered at $3 in the moving average. I rode it to the 25%, and oh no, I didn't. I'm lying to you guys. So I entered at $3. I messed up again on this trade. I totally forgot. So I entered at $3, and then we were going near the breakout, and then I decided to enter another 17 shares. And then I messed up my average positions, my position. So I was kind of like, man, what did I do? But then I just panic sold. I just didn't want to lose what I had already. And then for panic selling and not following the plan or setting targets for myself, I ended up missing on this big move that literally happened after I sold. So that was a big loss. I could have made $84.83 with that trade if I let it ride out. And then I messed up another again with that because I had FOMO. And how did I mess up on this one? So after seeing it go up and make that monster move to 550, I was like, okay, we made this monster move. And then on the 5 minute, I see another fair value gap. Let me see if price could retrace back down to the moving average again. Let's see if it gives me another opportunity to enter. And it did. It gave me another opportunity, but I fumbled the bag because it came down to $4.50 key level. Moving average again, fair value gap zone. I entered and then I panic sold really quick. I entered 100 shares at $4.55, so I had a 455 position size, and that's really abnormal for me. So I wasn't really comfortable in holding that size. If I had a smaller size, I would have been more comfortable. But the uncertainty just got to me, and not trusting my strategy, not trusting the plan, not trusting what I just be doing with the fair value gap zones and the key levels, I just fumbled the bag and I panic sold. So that's why it's really, really difficult. If you see yourself basically panic selling, having anxiety when you enter a trade, it's because you have positions, it's because you have money on the line that you're afraid to lose. And even though 455 is not a lot of money, but I was just, for some reason, I just had that anxiety. So I ended up trimming my position really early. I sold 95%. And I'm telling you guys, after that, it just made this insane move. It gave me basically a 25%. Let me see. So I could have made 30% on that trade, which was a big L. I could have made $128. But yeah, that's the max that I could have made. But I ended up losing $4.84 on that one. So after that, I was just like, you know what? I already messed up. Just white trade, you know. And then I took these low quality setups, and it's because when I start doing stuff like this, when I start taking low quality setups, I keep on messing up my win rate. But yeah, it is what it is. Those were my trades for the day. That's my breakdown for the day. I'm gonna just journal. This is how I journal. I do a daily report card on TraderView. I do how do I feel this morning. I wasn't able to fill this all out. But yeah, what did I did wrong today? Obviously I overtraded, didn't follow my plan, and that's in the DATS trade, and I did not mark out key levels for that target. But yeah, I'm gonna finish doing this journal later, but that was my small recap for the day. If you guys enjoyed or got knowledge or want to learn more about my strategy, or how did I start, or what did I mess up in, all my mistakes that got me to this level of information. Like, I'm not a guru. I'm not saying I'm the best trader, but I already went through mistakes, and I know my strengths and I know my weaknesses, and I journal every single day. Like I'm telling you guys, I've been journaling all my journey. I have a trading log. I have more than 3,000 trades that I've been taking. Like I'm really in the field, and I really do this. I don't play around. But yeah, if you guys want to learn knowledge, want to learn stuff where I've been through, basically what it takes for you to basically be profitable and avoid all of that time that I spent basically losing money, then feel free to comment down below. Or if you guys want to trade together, feel free to comment down below. I have a free Discord. I'll probably put the link down below as well. And you guys are more than welcome to join, ask me questions in there. And yeah, we could all get this money together, because more heads are better than just one. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. Leave a comment down below of what you want to see. Make sure to leave a like, smash that like button, subscribe, because that helps me out so much. Basically shows my video to the algorithm and other traders. And well, honestly, it just feels good to see that you guys are basically bumping with my channel. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Wisdom Trades out. That was like a weird noise, but like, yeah, Wisdom Trades, we out, baby.